And unfortunately, folks, we're stuck in the middle. That's just the way it is. We're right dab blab in the middle of it. And there's not a whole lot we can do. Because we don't, can't even, we're supposed to have free will, right? But I'm beginning to wonder about the free will part, because if we truly had free will, why is it we can't say that we don't want any part of anything? We don't want to be on God's side. We don't want to be on Lucifer's side. We just want to be left out of it and let them fight it out. Let the two guys fight, duke it out themselves, right? So that leaves the big question about free will. We either have to go to hell or we have to go to heaven. It's one or the other. We don't kind of have a choice in that matter, apparently. So you're going to have to choose. You don't have an option. I mean, and I can see God's side of it. He's our Father. He created us. He gave us birth, gave us life, right? So we got to look at that. We need to be grateful for that, right? We need to make sure that we respect Him for that, and definitely respect the fact that He sent His Son for us to murder Him. Not me particularly, or I don't know, maybe some of my ancestors, who knows? But or your ancestors, we don't know. Remember, it was the Romans and the Jews who murdered Jesus. So, you got to kind of look at the big picture. That's all I can tell you, is you got to look at the big picture. And so we're stuck in this battle between God and Lucifer. Lucifer doesn't want us at all. He wants us to be slaves. He wants to destroy us because he wants to reign over the earth and everything else, right? So he doesn't want us here. God loves us. He wants us. We're His children, But this whole war between the two of them is just ridiculous. That we're stuck in the middle of this war. And, but then again, you got to look at it, as I always say, the big picture. Maybe we're not ready to make choices, to choose to be us. That we are too immature, too undeveloped through evolution, because we're still making war, we're still raping, killing, doing horrible things. And you cannot create a utopia, you cannot create a world, a planet, and live on this planet, in this world, and be doing all that kind of stuff, right? Abortion, all this stuff that we've been doing. And so maybe God's right in the fact that we don't have 100% free will to choose not one side or the other. And I can see that. Maybe we're just still too immature as a species. So, anyway, I just thought you guys would find that interesting. So now this war that's going on, the end times, we're stuck, kids. We're absolutely stuck. There's just no ifs, ands, and buts about it. We're just stuck. And we got to go through all of this. And we can't blame anybody but ourselves. Honest to God, we can't. Because we're doing stupid crap. Right? We're totally stupid. We're dumber than a box of rocks, as I like to always say. We can't get our act together. We can't live in harmony together. So we've got to have a daddy, a father, a God, who watches over us, because we're still not old enough to do it for ourselves. We've not evolved enough. We've not learned from our mistakes enough. So you got to look at that. So that's where we are, right? So until everybody gets their shit together, right, we're in deep doggy doo-doo. Any way you look at it. So we don't have a choice. We either got to be on God's team or we got to be on Satan's team. So basically what you got to ask yourself is, if I respect God for what He's done for me, for all of us, how He's forgiven us, how we murdered His Son and He forgave us instead of just destroying the flipping earth, then if we can recognize that and be on His team, then we're going to be treated a lot better than if we're on Satan's team, right? Do you think Satan's going to let you have parties 24/7? Do you think Satan's going to give you a mansion? It's going to be good to you? Well, I hate to wake y'all up, but he ain't gonna do nothing for you. He ain't gonna do nothing for me. He ain't gonna do nothing for nobody. He's just gonna destroy us, and we're gonna suffer. He's gonna make us suffer through eternity. That's what he's gonna do. So you pretty much don't have a choice. You're too stupid and too ignorant, right? And too childish to live on this earth without God and without Satan. Okay? You gotta have a babysitter. That's just the bottom line. People can't get your shit together, that's just the way it is. And then on top of it, you got all these mixtures of DNA on this earth. You've got pure mixtures of human DNA. You've got mixtures of DNA that come from Jesus' lineages and human and God's lineage and angel DNA. You know, you've got so many mixes of DNA going on here. It's ridiculous. You know? So, you're going to have to learn to identify who they are. And the ones that are worshipers of Satan. You know what I mean? Worshipers of God. So, oh, hang on, I got some water. So you're going to have to figure that out, right? And I don't know, but this war they're talking about isn't exactly like they keep portraying it on TV. You know, it's going to be weapons, you know, tanks, machine guns. Honey, the war they're talking about, weapons like tanks and all that kind of stuff's a walk in the park compared to what's coming. And it's already begun, actually. So anyway, you guys need to either get your flippin' act together or choose a flippin' side and get it over with. And let's just go to fighting. I'll just tell you straight up. Because that's what it is, you know? That's the reality of the situation we're in. Got a lot of DNA. The war involves DNA. The war involves a lot of different things. And nothing that you all think means exactly one thing. The Whore of Babylon, like I explained to you. The end times war, everybody thinks it's like machine guns and stuff, and it's a bunch of bullshit. Actually, it's more than just weapons. Okay, you got people, and you got to look at the 144,000 situation. Everybody thinks that the 144 are the Jews that God's going to rapture and save, and the rest of us are going to go to hell. That's not what it's telling. The 144,000 folks are the ones that have been activated now. And what I mean by activated is they've been awakened. And they have paranormal gifts. Their spiritual level is, whoa, through the charts. You know, their knowledge base is, well, just imagine Einstein on a level 100. Yeah? And they're being taught. And they've been awakened because they have to come and they have to administer to the ones that aren't. And they have to help them. They have to save this world, and that's how they're going to do it. And that's what they mean by the end times war. That's what they're talking about. That's all part of it too. But nothing is singular. Everything is multifaceted. So, alright, my breakfast. My late breakfast. So that's what's really going on, folks. Got a lot of DNA mixed up there. You got a lot of stuff going on, and you're too stupid to figure out that we wouldn't need to be in the middle of the war between God and Lucifer if we could get our shit together and if we could do what was right. Seriously. That's the bottom line. That's the answer. And nobody seems to get it. Everybody's money, money, money. This, that, blah, blah, blah. You know? Lucifer don't give a hill of beans about you or me or anybody else. And for you guys that are, you know, antichrists and got the DNA of Lucifer and so on and so forth, the fallen angels, 144,000 know who you are. The ones that are chosen, whatever you want to say. 144,000, whatever. The gifted ones, the ones that are already been activated, they know who you are. And as in any military, folks, you've got to look at how the military is structured. You have people in the military that work in medical, strategic, right? You got your ground troops, you got your air troops, right? Your marine troops, yeah. So you got to look at things the way they really are, right? So you got to figure all that out. Imagine a human war, but put in the spiritual in it. Seriously. That's because the 144,000 or whatever, the chosen ones, I call it the lights and the darks. I'll tell you right now, most people aren't going to play. They're here to do a job, and that's it. Some are taught to teach. They bring people to God, so God knows, bring them back into the fold. Some of them are bought or created, activated, whatever word you want to use. Their sole purpose is to destroy any one of the DNA chains that is an antichrist. Seriously. It's a mark they get. It's a mark. So when it talks about the mark in the Bible, yep, the mark is a lot. It's like DNA mark. People think it's the RFID chip. Now that's the beast. Now that part's the beast. Like I said, nothing is singular. It's multifaceted. So when they talk about the mark of the beast, they're probably talking about A, the social security number, B, the RFID chip, right? But they're also talking about a mark of the beast from a DNA perspective, right? Now, the fallen angels would have the mark of the beast because it's a marker, it's a DNA marker, right? So, and those who believe in Christ, right, that mark of those beasts, of those antichrist DNA people, those marks would be visible to them. They can sense them, trust me, believe me. They can feel them. It's like, kind of like having a bad allergic reaction, so to speak. So, anyway, this is what I've learned so far and stuff. And, well, y'all done it to yourself. We all done it to ourselves, to be honest with you. If we had just kept our act together and behaved ourselves, we wouldn't be stuck in the middle of this war between God and Lucifer. We'd be out of it. But we can't behave ourselves. We can't do what we're asked to do. You know? Oh, a really interesting thing I learned today from a friend of mine. For 40 some years, him and the priests and stuff have been doing exorcisms and all this kind of thing, and he does not take money, donations. People can donate to him. Yeah, he does it because he wanted the answers himself. And well, I learned something pretty interesting from him today. And I actually really already knew it, but I don't really focus on the whole ghost thing too much, right? I know about spirits and souls and, you know, spirit and soul kind of things, only because my research into what the truth about who we are, what we are, and where we're going, that's my thing. So, did you know that ghosts, when they die, their personality, who they are, their makeup, if they were a rapist on this earth, once they die and lose their body, they're still a rapist. A murderer is still a murderer. A sweet, kind person is still a sweet, kind person, right? Their personality traits and the way they are in this world once they lose